Trump's bold move, the economic fallout for Canada, the US, and Europe. In a dramatic twist, former US President Donald Trump has reignited tensions with Canada, pushing for aggressive trade policies, an energy pipeline revival, and even a shocking proposal, absorbing Canada as the 51st US state. This geopolitical drama has set the stage for one of the most heated economic showdowns in recent history, with far-reaching consequences for the economies of North America and Europe. The economic fallout for Canada. Canada's economy is highly dependent on trade with the US, with over 75% of its exports heading south. Trump's 25% tariff on Canadian imports, set to begin on March 3, 2025, could severely disrupt industries such as agriculture, manufacturing, and raw materials. The Canadian dollar may weaken, leading to higher inflation and increased costs for consumers. The mining sector, which supplies the US with essential minerals like lithium and nickel, could see job losses and decreased foreign investments as supply chains are restructured. However, Canada is retaliating with a 25% tariff on $155 billion worth of US goods, affecting key industries like food processing, auto manufacturing, and household goods. The longer the trade war lasts, the more pressure will build on Canadian businesses that rely on American markets. If supply chains are disrupted, Canadian companies may seek alternative partners, potentially shifting trade alliances toward Europe and Asia. Impact on the US economy. Despite Trump's claims of self-sufficiency, the US is heavily dependent on Canadian crude oil, natural gas, and essential raw materials. Over 60% of America's imported crude oil comes from Canada, fueling industries and keeping gas prices stable. With Canada considering cutting mineral exports and energy supplies, the US could face rising production costs, increased fuel prices, and slower industrial output. American businesses that rely on Canadian imports, including auto manufacturers, tech companies, and steel producers, stand to lose billions due to higher costs. The tariff war could also lead to retaliatory job losses in sectors that depend on exports to Canada, particularly in the Midwest and Rust Belt states. If Canada shifts its trade alliances to Europe or Asia, US businesses could permanently lose market access, weakening America's global trade position. The European factor, a new trade opportunity. As North America becomes embroiled in economic warfare, Europe stands to benefit from Canada's search for new trade partners. If Canada moves away from US dependence, European economies could gain access to more raw materials and expand trade agreements. The EU, already a leader in green energy and automotive industries, may capitalize on Canada's lithium, nickel, and other minerals essential for electric vehicle production. However, the European economy is not immune to the repercussions of a North American trade war. Rising energy costs in the US and Canada could lead to global supply chain disruptions, affecting industries reliant on North American resources. Inflation could rise in key EU sectors, particularly in auto manufacturing, construction, and consumer goods. Who stands to lose the most? 1. Canada faces immediate economic pain due to tariffs, job losses, and inflation, but has the potential to recover by diversifying trade partners. 2. The US. While a short-term political win for Trump, the long-term economic consequences include rising production costs, job losses, and losing Canada as a trade ally. 3. Europe could gain from new trade deals, but risks supply chain disruptions and inflation if the North American conflict worsens. What comes next? If the trade war escalates, Canada and the US could suffer a deep recession, while Europe navigates a shifting trade landscape. The potential revival of the Keystone XL Pipeline remains uncertain, but without it, the US may turn to costlier energy alternatives. Will Canada pivot toward Europe and Asia? Will the US economy withstand the pressure? One thing is certain, this showdown will reshape global markets for years to come.